Hello there today, my name's Dan the Apple Man, and I've been asked to give a little talk about 5 things in my garden. Well, instead of doing 5 things, I've decided to talk about 5 things from 1895 in my garden. And basically, what did the Victorians ever do for us? Well, they did like their fruit. And we've been planting a little orchard here in our garden, and we've started off with some beautiful trees here. This one's called Sturma Pippin, which goes back to 1801 from Essex, and was found by Ezekiel Dillistone, and it's renowned for its precocity, produces lots of fruit that last for a long time. Now you can still be picking apples off this in January or February, I've heard. So this would have been sold and marketed by the Victorians in our catalogue of 1895. If we walk on, we've got a few other varieties here. This one down here is Stoke Red, and this is specifically for cider. This is a West Country cider apple that's been going for quite a while. And we planted this basically with the desire to become self-sufficient in cider throughout the year. And quite a few of these are cider varieties. This one over here is Broxwood Foxwell. Now this goes back to 1600s or even earlier, some of the Foxwells, and supposedly traded value for the same amount of money as a barrel of claret in the 1600s, and could last 40 years when kept in a barrel. Now, over here we have a Ashmead's kernel, which is one of the apple trees the settlers took out to America and actually survived and did quite well out there. But that goes back to about the 1600s, I believe. And this one over here is Howgate Wonder, which was bred in the Isle of Wight by a Mr. Ratton in the early 1900s and produces one of the biggest apples in the world. And I think unofficially has produced the biggest apple in the world, but that was before the Guinness Book of Records, and now it is currently being held by a Japanese apple. I forget the name, but I'm sure we could produce something pretty big on this. It's offspring of that apple over the apple tree over there in a Blenheim orange, which is Newton Wonder, which is a good all-round cooking apple. Now, all of these trees have been planted in the last 10 years. Some of these are this year's planting. These are 2 years old. Most of them are at least 100 years old. This is one of the exceptions. This is Rosette, and it's a red-fleshed apple that's ready in August usually. So that's quite a modern apple. I think it's a sport of discovery. All of these fruits are on M106 rootstocks, which means they're medium vigour up to about 10 to 14 feet high. Come and have a look at this back row here. These are the oldest apples. And these are approaching 7, 8, even 9 years old, and this is what they look like after 7 or 8 years. This is Ribston Pippin, goes back to the 1600s, a wonderful apple. This is Katie, that's a mixture between this one over here, which is James Grieve, and Worcester Pearmain, which is an old early apple, very tasty. Now this is probably our biggest apple tree in the orchard. This is James Grieve, and I'd strongly recommend this. This was around in 1895. It's from Scotland, but it does particularly well here. Always produces a lot of fruit. The blossom's just going, but it's open for a long time. Wonderful apple tree. You can be picking these in August and using them as cookers. I cut them up and put them in my porridge in the morning. And in September, it's a really good eating apple. You can cook with it as well. But it's really good at pollinating lots of the other apple trees. So strongly recommend this one. Does really well on our soil. We're about 400 feet high. on the North Downs. So we're on a small amount of topsoil, then about that much clay, then chalk. Drains out really quick. This is Yarlington Mill, which is a West Country cider apple, a bit like a red wine of the ciders. It's a full-bodied single variety, which means you can make cider from just this apple, fully rounded cider from just this apple. Over here we've got a John Downey crab apple. This is largely here for pollination of the others, but it does produce a nice little crab apple. And that is in our Bunyard catalogue of 1895 as well, as is that one, as is that one. And this one was absolutely beautiful this year. This is Cat's Head. Now Cat's Head is in a very old apple, probably going back to the 1600s at least. Some people believe it's a corruption of costard, which is where we get the term costermonger from, apple sale.